What is up, guys? Welcome back for another Tuesday night talk show. This week, our guest
is Hobie Katt.
He is one of our very good friends. He has had some really crazy experiences, really crazy explores.
He's a great investigator. He has incredible evidence. And also, guys, he's one of my fellow Native Americans, and I think that's why Hobie and I are we're pretty in sync with each other. I think he's just a great person overall, and I will be sharing his links below. And let's welcome Hobie Katt.
Hello, everybody.
Hobie!
How you guys feeling? Wow. I'm okay. I'm good. I've been preparing for this for a long time, so let's get this rock and roll. Let's start this.
So I always love to start out the show with like the simple question of what got you into the paranormal? Like what got you into like investigating?
It wasn't that I got into it. My family believes a lot in the paranormal. Ghost, spirit, beings. And I just naturally was just drawn to it. I try to fight it, like my thing is just urbex or urban exploring, but slowly I just said, you know what, I'm gonna start doing a little bit of more paranormal, more, ghost searching and stuff like that. So I kind of like fell into it. I didn't say like, oh, I'm a ghost hunter or whatever. It just came naturally.
Okay. So what was like your craziest experience that you've had so far?
Oh man. Like top 10 or top 5 or what do you?
Anything that stands out to you the most?
Well, I had this crazy experience at this gun factory in Bridgeport, Connecticut.
Oh, it's the one that you were telling us about, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't even know how to explain it. This was like when I first started doing, camera work, started YouTube, This is what pretty much got me not into it, but just like, wow, like there is something more than just what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I was with a friend of mine, and back then I was like kind of like cameraman, kind of like not the cameraman. So I let her hold on to my flashlight, and we're standing there, and it felt like the whole room started buzzing, and we could hear what sounded at least the 25 to 50 people running. But at that time, I thought it was the cops. I thought it was the police like coming after us. So I'm like, oh my God, what are we gonna do? We started I guess hugging each other for like safety or something, because it started getting really cold in the place. And then it stopped. Everything, all the buzzing, all the running just stopped. And I was like, oh my God, what was that? What was that? And we go into another room of the abandoned gun factory, and it sounded to me like a giant bird was flapping his wings.
Oh my God, I just jumped.
So I didn't need to do that. I didn't need to do that, man. It sounded like a giant bird was flapping his wings.
Our neighbor has like one of those like train horns on his car, and he's been driving by just honking the damn horn.
And I got freaked out. She runs off with my flashlight, and at that time I didn't have a flashlight on my camera, so I'm like stuck in the dark, running through this abandoned gun factory blindly, and she's in front of me like 50 yards, and she takes off, and that scared me, you know.
Jeez.
And
But remember, me and you were doing research on that place, and there was some type of explosion.
Yes.
yes.
Many people were hurt. Many people, I'm sure, were also running from that when it actually happened. That could have been, I mean, to me, that's like residual energy.
Yep, that's what it is, visual energy, you know, but at that time we happened to catch it. I mean, we both heard it with our ears, but I wasn't really like, I was a camera guy, but I wasn't really filming too much.
Yeah.
So I kind of like, you know, turned the camera off and we're just like walking around looking at this place, and then boom, it just happened. You know, it scared the hell out of me.
Hobie. I have to agree with Victor on this, because I definitely would have had
I would have
some type of accident.
You know what, Victor? The thing is, when I go in abandoned places, for some reason, I'm always finding underwear. I don't know what it is with me and the underwear. I'm always finding like abandoned underwear. I don't know what it is.
You are actually, ironically enough, correct. We've found quite a few pairs at like the most random places. It's not even just like people's homes. It's like asylums or you know, a nursing home. I could understand because those could have been left over. But when these places, I mean, have nothing left and you find a pair of underwear, it's pretty odd.
Listen, if you're finding a pair of underwear in a gun factory.
That's touche.
Yeah.
So we got our first question here from someone you might know, LLTTF.
I don't know, guys.
Hey, Fluffy.
I feel like we kind of just went over this. Is what was the most amazing haunted place you've been to? Let's break that down into two parts. Like, what was the most amazing explore place, and then the most haunted, which we just went over.
Okay. Well, there's been a ton of places that I've explored over my YouTube career.
Yes.
You've seen some
a lot of really cool spots. A lot of so decayed spots that, like, you know, people are scared to go into or they're afraid to like walk into. But I'm just like, I'm gonna go. I didn't travel this far to go home.
Yeah.
As far as like the most haunted place, I'm telling you, for some reason, I am so drawn to that abandoned gun factory, because I went there last year with an old partner of mine.
Yes.
And the minute we got in there, it was just off the hook. My EMF were going crazy. All my tools were lighting up. We were hearing sounds. We were hearing screaming. We were hearing moaning. We were hearing just everything you can imagine. And that is one place that I love to go to, you know, as far as the paranormal, because I know if I go back, I'll be able to catch something else there, you know. But I mean, I've been to some spots, like the haunted morgue that me and TTF went to back in October. I specifically chose 12 o'clock, the witching hour, because I know that that's when the veil between the two universes are the thinnest.
Yes.
So I said, you know what? Let's do it in the morgue, an abandoned morgue, and boom, look what happens. We made a video, and it was just nonstop action, you know.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, that gun factory is definitely a place that's on our list as well.
We want to go with
We want to go with you. And I mean, I know firsthand that I know you and Lauren refer to yourselves as like activity magnets and spirit magnets.
We're spirit magnets, Hope.
spirit magnets.
When we went to that surgical suite with you, I remember walking into the other room with you, and you saying like distinctively, "There's something here. There's something here," and you asked a question, and the EMF just like lit up like a light bulb. And I mean, Lauren as well. She sat in a surgical chair. She was saying, "There's something around me," and I mean,
that's where you had the K2 meter, and we got the EVP that said, now we actually know it says, don't be shy.
Don't be shy.
Don't be shy.
We like enhanced.
It's like a whisper right before.
Yeah, we like enhanced it, and
The Nothing Network. What's up?
We like enhanced it and we listened to it with headphones, and there's like a little.
Actually, Fluffy did, and we listened to the headphones after. We were on Fluffy's live, and he was like replaying our videos for everyone to see, and we definitely wanted that EVP to be shown. And you actually heard it better from his computer, but we're like, wait, like we need to listen to it with headphones. So do that one more time.
Yeah, I mean, no, but that was some really good stuff, and you can even without the earphones, you can still hear it. Don't be shy.
There's something, there's definitely without a doubt something there.
Yeah, but see, that's when I realized that Hobie and I were very similar in the sense that me and you, Hobie, we just sensed it. We sensed that energy, and you know, everyone else was still walking around, but I remember you going off on your own with your K2 and your camera, and I was just like, wow, Hobie's just like me. And I really haven't come in contact with someone else like me and you that were just so sensitive, and we could literally tell where the spirits are.
Yeah.
What is going on here? Look, Jen's just hold on, I'm trying to change this. I love you.
But then there's this one.
Wait. Oh, Amy, everyone's showing me love tonight, and it's really nice. Oh, wait, you too, E. Oh, wait.
That one. Several, not one. Several.
Hobie, remember
Hobie was part of that.
Pushed my feet. You were a part of that.
I got on her foot. I gave her a good pull through that little window. I remember.
We got people fighting over you right now in the chat.
I know. I feel kind of loved.
So,
does anyone else have any questions for Hobie Katt? Please type them in caps so it's easier to see them.
So we touched upon why you got into this. What are your future plans? Do you have any like crazy things coming up?
Or what are also like your future goals? Like where would you like to be in the future with your channel or social media?
Well, I kind of I've been leaning towards making more like TV show style videos.
Yes.
I mean, they're still the same videos, but just more of a TV show aspect to it.
Yeah.
You know, to give the audience more of a like this is what I do, or if I'm with somebody, this is what we do together. You know, and you know, just that's what I've been like working on in my like the videos that I have, you know, presently. You know, like in the middle, I'm putting like night adventures in there, and then towards the end, in the beginning, the night adventure stuff. I'm just trying to like see what works for me and what doesn't work for me. You know, but I would love to have it more of like I guess a made for YouTube kind of movie. I guess that makes more sense.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still gonna be the paranormal and the haunted urbex thing, but just in a more of a TV kind of setting.
I think we talked about that one, and I think that's actually a really good idea. I mean,
it's always good to try new things when filming and just like editing style. It's always, you know, it's what makes you stand out. It's what makes you you and unique from everyone else.
Yeah.
But I just find it so entertaining. But I watched you even before we met, and I was just like, wow, like Hobie's been to some really cool places and catches some really crazy things. And I've always just loved that you're you in your videos.
Yeah.
First of all.
Well, you got to be yourself, you know, because if you start acting like somebody else, you try to be like somebody else, it just, people can see it. They can see right through you, you know, so you got to just always be yourself 100%.
Yeah, that is very, very true. I mean, a lot of people up personas, and
Yeah.
from the first time we met you, it was nothing but real. Let's grab a coffee. Let's go explore and investigate. And I mean, little did we know we caught some of the craziest stuff of our career that night.
Can we just talk about how we ran past a cop that night?
Oh my God.
That was a crazy experience.
Well, what got me was when one of the guys from LTTF is shining a light out the window, and the security car is like right there.
No, I was standing there at the front window with my face against it, looking out, and all of a sudden a car rolls up in front of me. I laid so flat on that ground, and I was just like yelling to everyone, like ducks, like hide.
Yeah, I remember that.
This guy had no idea that we were right there.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when Ethan started yelling security, I literally did like a belly flop on the floor.
I mean, I've never seen people blend in so well with a lobby in my entire life, but
I think we did.
That was one crazy night.
Vanessa actually has a question for you.
Vanessa,
have you ever gotten caught while exploring?
Oh yes, I have.
Really?
This happened maybe about 2.5 years ago. Somebody off of Instagram had suggested that I go to this house to go look for some teddy bear or something. I forgot what he had asked me for. And I was thinking to myself, like, why is this guy telling me to go from Instagram? I didn't know him. So I was like, you know what? All right. So we went there. And I'm in the house, like it was just like this old antique shop. Everything was like solidified on the floor. Everything was just melted. All the floors are coming down. I'm like, I can't find this thing. So I'm like walking, and I turned to the right, and there was two cops right there. One was holding a gun, and the other one was right behind him. I'm like, oh my God. I was like, what do we do?
Yeah.
And like, step out. I'm like, okay. You know, so I stepped out. He's searching me. He goes, what are you guys doing here? You guys stealing? I'm like, no, we're just here, videotaping. And he's just like, oh, so if anything's broken in there, I'm like, no, listen, you guys can go in there yourselves and go check the place out. There's nothing broken, and everything is like, bushy on the floor, muddy. I was just like, dude, come on. So, long story short, he gave me like, $250 ticket and, no trespassing and stuff. But I've gotten caught a couple other times too.
Have Hobie tell them about how the cop was flirting with me at the place in MA that we went to.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, we went. I actually went to that spot, Lauren, the one that you pinged me on.
Oh.
Yeah, so is it being in what's the name of that place?
The hospital?
Yeah, the hospital is all boarded up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we went there and I'm like,
no, you know which one.
How are we different?
Surgical lights.
Oh, this one in the background?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Sorry.
So we're taking pictures and stuff. And we get back to her car, and I'm like, you guys together? I'm like, no, she's just a friend, whatever. And the cop was just like looking her up and down, like giving her like the eye. I'm like, oh my God, what the hell's going on here? So you guys want a room? I'll just back away from you guys and let you guys do your thing. And good night, good times, Amy. Real good times.
And our next one, because I'm actually curious about this one, because
oh yes, actually,
man,
I reached out to you and I was like, "You okay?"
You guys remember that? Oh my God! All right, me, LTTF. We went to I guess it was like an abandoned tunnel. And we're walking around because somebody told me that there's some kind of machineries, an abandoned car there. I'm like, all right, we're going to go check this out. So we go up this like embankment. It was all muddy. And I'm following behind TTF, and L goes down first, right? He's just like, woo! I'm like, all right. And so TT got scared, so I'm like, all right, just back up. I'm gonna go down. So I started going down. My right leg shot to the right, and I guess I sprained my kneecap from my knee all the way down to my leg. So yeah, that was painful. My leg was just like this, like, oh my God. Yeah. So yeah, it's okay now, man. I appreciate it. B Max. Yeah, B Max. I appreciate that, man.
I mean, I remember seeing that, and I was like,
wait, look who's in the house, guys.
He showed up.
Yes, they were crazy, man. Those fish. Yeah, especially the ones right by the steps. That was insane. That thing was at least like 15 to 20 feet long.
No way.
No.
Yeah. Yep.
Nope, not for me.
He's the one who said, "Don't touch the thing. Don't go near it." I'm like, "Why?" He goes, "You want to get zapped?" I'm like, "No, I'm good."
Yeah, they will.
B Max is Mama Darkness.
Oh,
we love you.
we love you. Now it all adds up. We finally. Wait, that's not the first time she's been in our lives. Then.
Yeah.
Never even
Crocs. There were crocodiles too.
Oh yeah, there's some big alligators out there, man.
No.
What?
No.
Why? Why did you?
Between Ed climbing things, you guys swimming through reptiles and fish, I'm good.
Hey, you got to do it, man. It's an adventure, man. You got to enjoy it.
That's a little too risky for me.
Eels and crocs? No.
That's when you gotta like call Ethan to come fix you up because he's an EMT.
Oh my God, man! I'm surprised I got up and walked out of that place.
I mean, imagine having to call 911 from down in the sewers underneath. It's like, how do you describe your location? I'm somewhere under the city.
I don't know. I don't know. I thought I was just going down straight, and then halfway down, my right leg just hit, I guess, a rock or something, and it just bent right to the right. I was just, I don't know, man. I literally thought I broke my leg.
I think also LLTTF. I forgot what I was gonna say now. Oh, LLTTF caught it on video, I think.
Yeah, and they were laughing the whole time, you know. So it's okay though. I was laughing too, anyway.
That's just crazy. I mean, I will say though that LLTTF has a habit of laughing when someone gets stuck or slips,
or pops out of a closet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely
Yeah, that's.
Well, I'm not going to be laughing when they're at the top of the tower screaming for help to get down.
Oh yeah, I remember that day.
Oh yeah. So we touched upon where you want to go with the channel. What made you start it?
Oh, I have one.
You got one?
What is your favorite piece of equipment and why?
The EMF detector, because to me it's like a portable REM pod, so you can walk anywhere you want. You know, I mean, a REM pod, you put it on the floor and you hear stuff, but you know, with the EMF, you can actually pick it up and walk around and pick up the same. So that's like my favorite.
We all love it.
Oh, thank you. Cheers.
So my favorite question that I love asking is, what was the craziest capture that you've gotten on camera? Like whether it be a shadow figure, an EVP.
Oh my gosh. Well, again, this happened last year. Me and my old partner.
Yes.
We went to the hills. I don't know if you guys, the hills. And we went to the second floor of the children's ward. Okay. And I'm standing there. I'm like calling out little kids' names. I'm like, Billy, Candy, whatever like little kids' names are, right? She's off doing her thing. And I'm sitting there staring at this wall that had like all these pictures of like little kids' writings and everything else. my eyes go into tunnel vision, and I saw this thing manifest right in front of me, like this black. It looked like a black shadow, a light black shadow, and then it started to manifest. It's darker and darker.
Jeez.
And it came at me, and I fell right back down to the ground. I'm like, "Did you see that? Did you see that?" She's like, "No, I didn't." I'm like, "Something just manifested." My eyes, like, they literally went into like tunnel vision. You know, like I'm just staring at this thing, and that scared the hell out of me. But I still, I still continue to do what I do because I love it. You know.
Yeah, I mean, listen, and we're a bunch of people that like throwing ourselves into ridiculous situations. And I mean, there's a reason why we keep going back.
Yeah.
It's because, like you said, it's a love. We love doing it. We love bringing this content to other people. We love showing other people what we catch, and it's I wouldn't stop it for anything.
Well, I mean, you have to be open-minded to, as a lot of people are, you have to be open-minded to whatever is going on around you. Because sometimes when I go to places, I don't feel anything. I mean, it's just dead. And then sometimes I go to locations, like my arm hairs are now, like they're just standing up.
Yeah.
I feel it. I can sense it. I can feel electricity. I'm like, something's about to happen. Something's about to happen. You know, but it's like, it's all in the person. You have to be open-minded and willing and just be, open-minded, I guess, and just do what you need to do.
Exactly.
Hi, Vodka Vamp. Hi, Nubs. I don't know if I'm missing anyone. Brandy. Just shouting everyone out here. Robin.
So, another question that I have to ask you, because I know we ask everyone this question. If you had like a plane that you could take to any location and you could explore and investigate any location on the world, where would it be?
The Winchester House. I would love to go to the Winchester House. That house, to me, is really fascinating. You know, every step or every staircase or every door that you open up leads to nowhere. You know, and I would love to just be there by myself at night for at least 4 hours, just investigate the place. You know, just to see what I can capture, hear, see, feel. You know, I would love to do that.
Oh. Joey Bagels.
Joey Bagels is here.
I mean, honestly, I think we should all save up for that and go.
So in our group chat, what do we have now? Like 3 GoFundMes. We're like running between the 3 of us to buy a funeral home, like a mansion, and now this.
Yeah, there's a house, Hobie, you saw it in Syracuse, New York, that I feel like I need to own. It's only $25,000.
That sounds reasonable.
It's so beautiful.
I'm trying to click on one.
Save up your pennies.
Have you gotten any proof of the paranormal from where you have investigated?
Yes.
I'm sorry to laugh at that. I'm sorry to laugh at that. No, I haven't got anything. No, of course. Yes, I have. One time, I think it was at its place in New York, there's an abandoned hospital. Me, LTTF, and my old partner, we were in there, and I got possessed for about, I want to say 15 to 20 minutes. I didn't feel like myself. When I was filming, I didn't even know that I was filming. For some reason, I'm like, this is a nice table, blah, blah, blah. And then my camera just veered off to the right, and I'm walking through this hallway, and I'm like talking to myself, telling myself I got to quit YouTube, I got to, hurt myself, or whatever I was saying to myself. That scared the hell out of me because I've never been possessed like that before. Now, I don't know if it was a full-on possession, but I could see it on my face. I was tearing up. My eyes are bloodshot red. I go outside, and I'm catching some air. And Jay from LTTF said that he's been possessed before, too. So we're, like, talking about it, how did you, like, stop the possession or whatever. And for me, is saging myself, holy water, a lot of prayers. Those are the 3 things that I do for myself. As far as proof of the paranormal, I've caught so much. All you have to do is just go to my channel and look at the older videos that I have.
Yep.
And some of the newer videos, and you'll see for yourself. Now,
Yeah.
I haven't caught full-on apparition, like, you know, a ghost standing right in front of me, but there have been times where I've seen it with my eye, and then when I pan over, it's usually gone within a blink, within a second. But I have caught a lot of paranormal activity and stuff, and sounds and smells, and check out the Cropsy video, the 4th video that I had put out a long time ago. In the back of the hallway, you can see a black figure run from left to right really quick.
Wow.
As I'm just looking down this hallway with my camera, I'm talking, but I didn't see it with my eyes though. But the person who saw my video saw it. She said, looking all the way towards the back, to see a black figure run from left to right. I'm like, wow, okay.
The same thing happened to us when we did the mansion.
It was first like someone's house and whatnot, but then it was a nursing home.
And I edited the whole video. Lauren and I put it all together. We put it up on YouTube. And then Luego Papa TV was like, "Hey, did you guys not see that shadow?" Like,
yeah.
Like,
what shadow?
What shadow are you talking about?
Yeah. That's why, like, in my videos, I put, like, I want you guys to see or hear, because when I'm going through a location, like, I don't see everything. I can't hear everything. But when the viewers, they watch the videos, like, oh my God, did you hear that? Or did you see that? I'm like, no. So I ask them also to timestamp it too, so that I can go back and review what they saw or heard,
Yeah.
So another thing you guys can, what's your plans for the weekend? That's another thing you guys can try to do, is just like put some timestamps in there for people,
Yeah.
It's a good way to interact.
It's definitely, and speak of the devil.
Oh my God.
We got, no, I just clicked the wrong one. There we go. Lego Papa TV is actually the one that caught that shadow in the mirror at our, at the nursing home mansion. And, I remember turning the brightness up, and I not only caught the one shadow that he saw, but in the mirror, there was another one standing there, and you could, like, tell the movement from, like, side to side. And I'm like, that's just mind-blowing.
Oh, that's awesome. Good stuff, man.
Would you go back?
Oh yeah, I would. You know what? The very first time I went there was just a basic walkthrough. I wanted to check the place out, just to see what I was up against. And ghosts don't have watches. Okay, remember that. Ghosts don't never have watches. We were there maybe around 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, just walking around the place. Oh my God, dude. Every place is boarded up on this place, except for one entrance, in or out. We started hearing people talking, slamming stuff around, slamming doors, slamming furniture, guys yelling. I'm like, what the hell's going on? Are there cops in here? Because we're like both scared. We're both freaking out here. We're like, how the fuck did the cops get inside of this place? So we're like, we're like rambling around, like, we got lost in there. We finally find this doorway. And these, 3 kids, they come in and like, yo, were you guys just upstairs? And like, no, we weren't. Now, mind you, this is the only way in or out for us. Would I go back there? Yes, I would. I would go back in a heartbeat. And, I want to just see if, like Jay says, we always have unfinished business.
Sorry, I had Ethan go get the dogs.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
I mean, that just sounds crazy, though. I know what you're talking about, too, because we went in there to take photos. Sorry, guys. And, I felt like I was being watched there, so we kind of just took pictures and left. We do have another question for you by my lovely Robin.
Ever have a spirit call any of your names when you're ghost hunting? I have. I've had. I went with my old partner to New York, and this abandoned. I don't even know if I can say the names of the places. Can I? Am I allowed to say the names or?
Eh.
Okay. It's called Beepwood Village, and we went inside one of the morgues.
Are you talking about Letchworth?
Oh, shh.
You could
So
use
we're in, so we're in there.
is Letchworth.
So we did a spirit box session, and it kept on saying my name, Hobie Katt, Hobie Katt, Hobie Katt.
Wow.
So when she did her video, when she did her video, she replayed it over and over again, and you clear as day, it said my name, Hobie Katt, Hobie Katt, Hobie Katt. So that was pretty awesome.
That is crazy.
Yeah, and I've had it called many times before. My name.
I've actually, we've talked to a lot of people about, experiences that they've had at Letchworth as well, but I've actually never heard of someone having their name called there. So that's pretty incredible.
Well, what I do is when I first go to a location, I say, hi, my name is Hobie Katt, and I'm with such and such, or my name is just Hobie Katt, I'm here by myself, I want to investigate. So I say it loud and clear that my name is Hobie Katt. So when I usually play the spirit box, if I catch my name saying it back, it's usually a good thing because they're intelligent spirits. They have enough to say, oh, this is Hobie Katt that we're going to be playing around with during this investigation.
Wow.
So it's awesome. Yeah.
Another question by Nicole.
Have you ever been touched or pushed? Yes, I have. Again, in that same location, I did what was called, oh my God, I forgot the name of it. It was like a German word, but I had a blindfold over my eyes, and I laid in one of the slabs, and something either brushed up against my arm or lightly touched my arm. Yeah, so I have been touched and pushed.
What about pushed?
So much happens at these places that I can't really say that I got pushed by something because I'm always in different locations of the house or the asylum or something. So I don't really know if I got pushed, but I know I've been touched though many times before. Remington Arms, I got touched on the side of my shoulder here when I was doing a night vision challenge. I got pushed, touched.
Wow. Amy wants you to talk about the autopsy room.
When the spirit box or something was flipped over?
Got flipped over.
I think you sent I think the clip was sent when it moved a little bit. Or maybe I'm thinking of the wrong thing.
Amy, are you talking about yourself going there, or I don't get it?
No, when
it was like 2 weeks ago at the hospital you guys went to.
Over
by Cropsey.
Oh, okay. All right.
Stop naming it. I'm trying not to give it away. Name it.
I'm trying to remember. I've been to so many places though. It's hard for me to pinpoint locations, because every hospital or every asylum starts to blend together, so it's kind of hard to be okay, yeah, I remember that. Oh yeah, okay. We were doing a spirit box, and one of our EMFs started to go off. So I'm looking at the EMF, and my speaker, which is right here, flipped over onto the table. And that kind of creeped us out. We're like, oh my God, there's some kind of poltergeist, something going on here. Yeah, so that was good. That was kind of freaky.
I'm excited to check that place out. We actually have plans to go pretty soon. We're going to be...
Yeah, I was thinking maybe next week or something.
It moved up on our list because of the experiences that you had there as well.
Yeah.
I was actually reading in our group chat that we're in with Amy and everyone how Amy said it also said your name and Joey's name, I believe.
Yep. It was like speaking. Yeah, it was like speaking was like, you know, Hobie and then Cat and then Joey and Amy.
Wow. I've only been called out by name once by a spirit, and that was at a graveyard around the corner from where I grew up. And it's a very old, like, I don't even want to say abandoned, but it's a deteriorated.
It's not
graveyard.
very taken care of.
And they said my first name, last name. It was mind blowing because I spent a lot of time there.
And then
up.
She
got very aggressive towards me, and it was just.
I wasn't aggressive towards you. I got very angry. I'm always aggressive towards you, so that's not different from any other day.
Whoa,
I got very angry. And Hobie, you know that when I do investigations, I am not one to antagonize spirits or energy, but I was calling them out, and that freaked me out. I was just not myself.
Yeah.
And I actually saged myself afterwards, and it felt like a weight was lifted off my shoulders.
Yes.
How many years have you been doing this, and why did you start?
Well, I've been doing it, you know, for at least maybe 4 or 5 years, but I didn't just start it. It just came naturally, you know, because there's a couple of times where I go into like urbexing or urban exploring, and I'll feel something or hear something, and I'm like, okay, well, why am I here? To urbex this place or to haunt and explore this place? So it's like, yeah. So I mean, I love the urbex and the urban exploring, but I haunted explorer that's the way to go for me, you know, especially if you like really do want to catch something that's like out of this world, you know.
I mean, I remember the first time walking around like our local place around us, and Lauren swore up and down. She's like, I'm not going near these buildings. I'm not coming inside. I'm not doing any of this. And then a few short months later, there we are with LLTTF throwing ourselves into it in the middle of the night in this place.
Like that's the way to do it, though, man.
It just comes naturally. It
does.
There's people that do this and love it and will continue to do it. I mean, even if YouTube wasn't around, I'm pretty sure we'd still be doing it. It's not about the YouTube. It's
about doing what we love and meeting great people like you that share the same passion. That, you know, it's just all about having fun. And YouTube, like, I know for ourselves, we started YouTube in the hopes of sharing what's out there. And I'm sure, you know, you started for somewhat the same reason, but who's Ricky Ricardo? Ricky Ricardo is my brother. It's his nickname. He's right here.
We did not.
So I call him Ricky Ricardo. It's just like a family nickname. I got it from my dad.
Yeah, I see it as you gotta love it. You know, you gotta like just be into it, because like you said, like I've seen like a lot of people just do it just to do it. Yeah. And I've seen people just go in there with like a camera and just like have like the most beautiful, like awesome videos I've ever seen in my life. You know, it all depends on the person too. You know, I mean, I don't know. That's just the way I am. But I carry less and I video more. You know?
Back to this comment that's up. I remember filming with a few of the bigger sub channels. I remember before we even got into this, we stumbled upon your channel and we were like,
I think it was LLTTF that was like, hey guys, check him out.
Yeah, and we were like in awe. We were like, this guy's.
I was like, this is so cool.
This guy's got some crazy stuff.
Like, be there one day.
I mean, granted, the first time we met, it was like kind of like a thrown to the wolves situation, because I know you were driving from a distance. We had been there since 2 or 3, and we were thrown to the wolves. But since then, we developed this awesome friendship and bond. I mean,
I think when we met was more like, okay, we're here. Like, we're gonna run across this. We're gonna run across the street. Gotta hide in these bushes.
Hey,
We're gonna run across this
out for caffeine.
we did get caffeine, but then it was like, all right, jump through this hole in the fence, hide behind that tree, run 20 yards to the left, sprint 20 yards forward, and then run around the back.
And then push Lauren's feet in because she cannot, she can't go through windows.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you got to push me through. Okay, no problem. That's all good times.
Has there ever been a place that you were like, oh hell no?
Oh, there's been a lot of places where I've been like, oh hell no, but you got to dig deep inside and just say, you know what, I didn't travel this far just to go home, you know. And plus, I want to make a video, so those are the times right there where you're just like caught off guard. You're like, oh my god, look at all this stuff that's happening around me.
Yeah.
You know. If you just walk, I mean, there's like, if you just walk into a place and you're expecting to find stuff, you're gonna find anything. But if you're like, you get like that, oh my god, I'm so scared, but then you go inside, it just amazes you.
Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, I could tell you this much: at the place where we caught the "Don't Be Shy," if I heard that as a disembodied voice, you wouldn't have had to push me back out that window. I would have gone through a second floor window and been out.
That was crazy, but we didn't even hear it until like you guys played the playback.
Yeah,
do you remember? I think it was actually that night.
It was that night.
When everyone already got home. And we were like, guys, you need to listen to this now. Mm-hmm. Like, it's urgent.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I think the best times I've ever had were my eyes are like wide open and I don't know what the hell is going on. I'm feeling like the electricity around me. I love those moments.
Yeah.
Those are very good times.
I had a question. I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
You got any?
Guys, does anyone have any more? Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
Another one. Sorry, I'm linking your YouTube out in the comments.
What frightened you the most? You know what frightens me the most? Is going to a location that I have no clue, I have no understanding about the place, which are my favorite places.
Yeah.
And you start hearing running, you start hearing moaning for no reason. And you're just like, oh my God, what the hell did I just walk into? You know? Those are the places right there that frighten me, but it also makes my heart jump out of my chest. I'm like, wow, I'm actually here with my ghost homies, you know, about to start filming something awesome, you know?
It's kind of on the same page. Has anything ever freaked Hobie out?
I mean, you know, you see like, you know, the homeless people's poo-poo around, or like, you know, the dirty underwear or the dirty, you know, socks and stuff like that. And that kind of like freaks you out because you don't know if it's like what it is, you know? Yeah. The thing that like, something that really freaked me out. I mean, no, not really. Not really. I mean, I've seen bones. I've seen, you know, I've seen dead people. I've seen dead animals. I've seen it all, you know. So, I mean, because I've also wanted to be a mortician before I even started doing YouTube.
Wow. Yeah. You know, that's something I didn't know about you.
Yeah, I did. I wanted to be a mortician.
Wow.
I wanted to be the body handler between the death scene and the actual like that. Just that part where you, like, they just got to scoop up the bodies, and I wanted to do all that stuff, but something just, you know, led me right to YouTube.
I mean, if it's meant to be, it'll be. And based on the content that you've put out and the captures that you've caught so far, I think you're in the right place. Because if I brought you and Lauren to any haunted location, I feel like the spirits would be biting at the bits to come out and communicate.
Now, it's all about the good person, you know. It's all about the person.
Would you guys ever explore a battlefield?
Yes.
Yes.
What about
Yes.
you, Hobbs?
Yeah.
Yes, I would. I would definitely. Yep.
Have you actually? Oh wait, here. It's funny. Well, not funny. It's ironic.
Yes.
Taryn and T, do you want to tell Hobie what you do? You could totally say no. I'm putting you on the spot. I know.
Yes, a medical examiner does more of like the scooping.
Yes.
But
I mean, I even went to college for it and everything. You know.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
Biology 101, 102, all of that stuff. Gettysburg all day. I was there before.
This is where I want to take a trip to, because I recently, actually at work, spoke to someone that spent a entire night laying on the battlefield. In a tent on the battlefield. And he could swear, I mean, he turned whiter than white when he was telling the story, that he saw at least 14 Civil War era soldiers running towards him.
Like the attire
of the era, and
Jen answered.
He hasn't been back since.
So I'm gonna stop you.
Okay.
Oops. Hold on. Sorry.
And she is an actual mortician funeral director. And anyone in this chat as well, if you haven't subscribed to her, subscribe to her as well.
And Exploring with Fluffy.
Yes.
And LLTTF. The whole 9 yards.
Victor, you live an hour from Gettysburg?
What?
What? Well, I'm sensing a whole rendezvous here.
I say we all go.
Listen,
Summer, we can all just camp it out there.
That's what I'm thinking about.
Oh my God.
No, Ed. I feel like that man would explore a grass field if it was abandoned. Well, I mean, overall, is he still going?
Are we allowed there at night? I think we'll have to do more research onto like if we could camp on those grounds.
I do know there's one that you can actually book like a private night there.
Vodka Vamp, thank you so much for joining us and have a great night.
I would go to Gettysburg. There's a lot of things around Gettysburg as well. There's more than just the battlefields. There's a lot of history to it, and I mean, I would do it. You wouldn't even go camping though.
Okay, but that's like it's not in like the woods, you know.
So a big open field surrounded by a city is better?
Yes,
Okay.
by far.
Let's go camping in Central Park.
No.
So that would be an interesting one, actually.
I'll bring Caden's trainer potty, so we all have a toilet.
No. So, I mean, throughout all of your experiences, you've caught, from what we've talked about, like a lot of crazy stuff.
I've heard cannons and gunfire, says Victor.
Yes.
That's incredible. I've always wanted to, you know, we always go to hospitals or like other abandoned locations. I've always wanted to do like a very, very historical place. I wanted to be able to hear stuff like that, like gunfire, cannons going off, or recently I've been, and this, you know, to some people this is actually going to sound wild, and Hobie, you tell me if it's happened to you, but as I do more meditation and I follow more of my spiritual side, I've actually been seeing spirits out of the corners of my eyes. And now it's happening more often than not. And, you know, it's a little crazy.
Well, it sounds a lot like you're getting in touch with your spiritual side.
She really has, and I think that I play a big part to going exploring and investigating with a group of people that has open minds like us as well. It's like riding a bike. You practice it a bunch of times, and your skill gets better and better.
Yeah.
And by going out consistently, exploring, investigating consistently, she reached like a different level
of like spirituality
where she was able to. I mean, it was simply like driving by our local place one night. And
our local place.
And she was like, I could swear I just saw someone run from like one side to the other.
And they were wearing a hospital gown.
And they were wearing a hospital gown and everything. And she was like, you need to drive around.
I made Ethan drive by
2 times.
It was like 4.
4 times to try and
debunk it.
And let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever had a near-death experience? If you ever seen the movie, what's the name of it? White Noise?
Yes.
You guys seen the movie White Noise?
Yes.
The guy had a near-death experience, or no, White Noise 2. I forgot which one it was, but he had a near-death experience, and so he woke up and he could see spirits, he could see stuff like that. That's why I'm asking Lauren, because I had one when I was younger where I overdosed on drugs and alcohol, and I was literally just dead for like a couple seconds. And my grandmother came and woke me up, and she's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "What are you doing?" Slapping me in the face to get up and stuff. And she's just like, "You were just lying there like you were dead." I'm like, "Okay." And so I was just like, "Okay, yeah, whatever, Grandma." And then ever since then, I sometimes get that feeling. Like when I was driving in Norwalk, my college, I saw a black figure run right across the street, right in front of my car. So I feel what you're talking about, Lauren, about seeing, spirits and stuff like that. It's scary, but
agreed with LLTTF here. I want to give a big shout out to you on Clean Time. I know us, LLTTF, we all Nubs, we all share this, and I didn't even know that about Nubs. We all share that in common,
It's
and we're all meant to be here at this very moment for a reason. I've had near-death experiences. You have. I mean,
I actually I don't think mine counts. It's not really near death.
Yeah.
I
putting ourselves in that line of lifestyle in a way is just, asking for it to happen. So
I don't know. When I was pregnant with our son, I actually had to have an emergency C-section, and I completely passed out. I fainted on the labor and delivery table. Our son almost didn't make it. The umbilical cord was wrapped around his neck. I just remember being woken up in the OR, and they were slicing me up. So I guess that somewhat counts.
And I was panicking like a little.
I don't remember much. I just remember waking up in the OR.
Well, I remember what happened to me when I overdosed in my grandmother's house. I saw black hooded figures all around the bed, and they were pretty much pulling me. They were pulling at me until I woke up maybe twice, and I saw the same thing. And the last time I woke up, there was a huge black hooded figure in the corner of my grandmother's room with glowing red eyes, and had horns and everything. And I think I passed out again, and at that moment I must have died for a couple of seconds or close to a minute. And that's when my grandmother came in and started slapping me around. And I'm just like, "Why did you try to wake me up, Grandma?" She goes, "I didn't." And she was just like, "What did you see?" I said, "Well, I saw black hooded figures all around your bed." And everybody was pulling at me, and I'm just like, "Okay, well, I think it's time to quit on the drinking and the drugging for now,
Yeah.
So no more. That was it. Knock on wood.
That's absolutely
when you start seeing stuff like that, you're like, you know what? And you're not even prepared. It's just something that, it's just that life-changing, instant right there. You're just like, you know what? Either I change or I'm going to die.
Yeah.
So I needed to change.
So we're coming up on that hour mark. If anyone has any final questions for Hobie, you could send them in the chat. We'll see them. I'm really glad we got to have this talk to begin with.
You're one of our faves.
You're one of our faves. You're family to us, and we'll always have your back. And I mean, needless to say, you've caught some really crazy evidence and
just like the way that you investigate. I think it's also, you kind of make it easy for other people to learn from you, where, you know, you're so personable, like in your videos, but when we finally met you in person, it was just like everything kind of clicked. I was like, wow, Hobie's really cool.
Yeah, and it's been an ongoing relationship since then.
Yeah, Hobie and I talk on the phone like what?
At least once a week.
Well, it's more of like a line of like, I like to have fun and I like to keep it serious. I love to entertain, but then when business is here, that's when I take care of business.
Yep.
But then, like, you know, you're gonna have the times where you're just like, you know, you're goofing around or you're playing with your camera or something, you know, and it's just that's the way life is for me. You know, business is business, pleasure is pleasure.
Exactly.
You know, as far as YouTube, you know, community is.
Yeah. So
I think we did grow a pretty nice family, though.
Yeah, we did. We did.
We have like a pretty awesome, just group of friends. Oh, look, Mama Darkness.
You're a super bi,
and Ghost Hunter.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Mama Darkness in the house.
I appreciate that, Mama Darkness.
So on that note, I loved having you on the show. I love sitting down and talking to you, and I look forward to our next adventure.
Soon. You know where we're going.
You know where we're going. We've already talked about it. We have plans in the works. And I'm excited for that.
It's going to be I told Jay and LLTTF, but they were just like, you know what, screw that. I don't want to go to that place with that guy. So I'm just like, you know what, guys? Fuck you guys, you know? I'm going to go with these guys over here. I'm going to go Gold Coast better, you know?
Yeah. So I hope everyone has a good night.
Yes, good night, everybody.
Don't forget that Hobie's channel is in the chat.
LLTTF just shared it.
Make sure you subscribe, like, watch his videos. He's got some absolutely amazing things.
You're welcome.
And stay tuned for next week. We have another
Canopsia
Explorers coming on, and we're very excited to have them on. And then the following week after that, we have someone who we haven't unveiled yet. It's
it's gonna be so exciting.
It's gonna be really exciting. It's I don't think they've ever appeared in a live interview.
Not that I have.
Not that I know of. And they've had some really interesting experiences as well. You couldn't do that on your phone?
No.
All right. So on that note, everyone have a good night. Hobie.
Make sure you hit that subscribe button for Hobie Katt, guys. You do not want to miss his videos, and you do not. Secret.
Yes, I'm the secret explorer.
All right, we love you guys. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for meeting Hobie Katt.
Peace out, guys.